Man, these people are looking. I don't take like everything seriously. Hello and welcome y'all to Kingkobra35 E bike adventure. Here we are out in the city of Costa Mesa, starting off the ride. We never know what we're going to run into, what we're going to see, what's going to happen at all. That's one reason why I wholly do this all the time for you guys. That's the wholly reason why I do this. You know, we never know what's going to happen. We never know what's going to go on. We never know what we'll see. We never know even who we're going to run into or what we're going to run into, or you know, anything at all, seriously. And even who we're going to see out here in this world, and anything that could happen, you know. I mean, the tragedies that go on out here in the world, man, it's just crazy. So, you know, we can see anything happen within a second. And, you know, the main thing is that I hope every day, you know, I go out to work and come back home and do all this stuff around my life. It seems like a thing to me now for the e-bike adventure to talk about my life, the situations that go on, and let you guys know about it, because you guys are pretty much big fans of me now. 220 people subscribe, plus I'm pretty much really good known on Facebook and pretty much social media, everywhere else. Wow, I agree. 3 bikers just taking at it, man. They totally passed that bus right there. Careful, what we gonna see next? Who knows? But anyways, I'm pretty much known on social media as a music artist and other things now. And you know, I always hope that I make it my destination safely, and pray to the God I love that I live a good life in all the situations that are happening. I'm always praying for like whoever's sick in the kingdom to get well soon, and whoever's well in the kingdom to stay well. Amen to the guy I love. Thank him for everything he does for us. Seriously, that's the whole thing. You know, every night and every day, I go out on a bike ride someplace. Even if it's not to my job, I'm still making the same prayer. And doing that over and over, because here's the main concept of that. If you don't believe in God, then things are gonna happen to you. You know, and then sooner or later you're just gonna say, "Oh man, thank God for that." You know, it's true, man, because like there's a lot of things, you know, I said to myself that I thought would never happen without God in my life, seriously. And He's the one who's taking control of all the stuff that says, you know, where we're going to go and when He's coming back for us. And that's the main thing you gotta look at. He's up there watching you. Every move you make. And that's all you can say is thanks to God, you know. You know, this is things that are happening to me good. You know, if something's happened to you bad, you can't really say anything, but maybe, you know, you messed up or something like that, or try to correct yourself. And if you don't do that, then you just like believe in a whole different belief, you know. And there's a lot of things out there that a lot of people just shine on. And there's a lot of people that out there, you know, that they believe, oh man, that was sent to me by so and so, you know. And I don't like to mention that part of like the Lucifer and the devil and all that, but because if you mention that part, there's a, you know, a place that drag you back to that area sometimes. If you believe in that, if you are believing that this is brought to you by so and so, okay, you're definitely believing that that's brought to you by so and so. And see, now the main thing is out here in Orange County, they say that they're trying to clean up the homeless, and that guy right there has been sitting there for like 3 days straight. I mean, if he's not sitting there, he's up inside the parking lot of the car lot right here, someplace. There's just too many things that's going on in the world right now. Police officers think they have more things that are important than homeless people right now in this situation. And half of our stuff is communicated by these people that are homeless. Because they're trying to do something so they can live their life. And you make their money. And they'll do anything to get it. They'll do anything to even get something in our hands to eat. And there's a lot of them out here that are lost on some kind of drug. You don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. Seriously, I've seen some really terrible stuff out here in the streets. Even way before I've been doing my job, you know. And the times I've been out in the streets myself and got myself out of the streets, I still remember like the scariest things I saw. And I'm just telling you this for your actual self. Think about this, because there was things out here in this streets, all these streets are here that you will never see. And that's the truest thing, because I'll tell you one thing. My homeboy that I've known for a long time, and he was like one of my very first music artists that actually took off big time. And now, pretty much he's out there everywhere. And if you have not heard of him, then you look him up seriously. He's got some really good hardcore stuff that he lifts out inside his music of an underground artist, and he's pretty much out there big time now. And that's my homeboy, Mr. Blue. And man, that guy has got a lot of things going on for him right now. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he had this song that he made up, and it is so true, man, of the lyrics. If these streets out here can talk, what would they say to you, man? What would they tell you? If these streets out here in this world that are out, any of these streets that are out here in the world, man, he says it in the songs, any streets that are out here in this world, if they could talk to you, man, what would they say to you? These streets right here see everything. Any road that you're on in the whole world, bro, this is the true stuff, man. The streets see it before you do. If this road right here that I was walking on, or riding my bike on, or anything, could talk, what would it tell me, man? If I asked it just one question, tell me some stories that you've seen that it's true. Just ask that one question to yourself, even. All the true stories that you could tell. Nothing made up. And that's what you gotta ask the streets, man. Because, like, if you knew what these streets know, in any area you go in, you can be in a whole different country. And believe me, those streets right here see it happening before you do. And the guy up above sees it happening before you do. It's true. It ain't nothing mediocre or fake, bro. Or anybody I'm talking to out there, you know? You're watching my YouTube. I'm serious, this stuff is a true known fact, man. If this street right here that I'm on was a live person, man, that was able to talk to me, and I asked that question, it would probably tell you this right here. I can tell you some scary stories, and they're all true. It's not a nice world we live in, man, and everyone should know this too. It's not a nice world we live in, because you come out here to this world and you look around, you see nice beautiful trees and birds and all the animals and everything like that, but what's the true part of it? What do these streets right here see, man, besides those trees, bushes, and birds, and dogs, and animals, and all that? They see terror. They see horror. They see action. They see accidents. Anything you can imagine. These streets right here see it first, man. You know, they see everything that's happening out here. If this street right here could talk to you, man, they would see. Seriously. And in that song that he wrote, I took that deep when I was listening to it. And you know, there's a lot of words that he said, man, in that song. Like, the main thing. If these streets could talk to you, man, what would they say to you? You know? And man, I still from this day, I have his underground CD that was never released to anybody hardly at all. The only people that got hold of the CD is the people that knew him. And if you found him on the streets selling his CDs, and you bought one from him, then you would have it. But for me, since I was a really good entrepreneur, a really good person to him, he gave me the CD for free. And this is an underground CD by him. It was not even released to anybody unless you bought it from him. And not a lot of people had it, the CD from him. when he was just out there selling them. He really took it to heart to sell CDs out of the trunk of his car or his backpack that he had on his back. I'm serious. This guy, when he took it to his music, of all the stuff he ever wrote and all the stuff he ever talked about inside his music, he took it seriously, and he took his whole life into it. There's even songs he said that he was selling his lyrics and his music for his mom's cancer. So this is crazy stuff that you don't know about. I'm telling you right now, from an artist that's out there, pretty big right now. But here's the main thing. If you look up what happened to him, you'd be like amazed what happened to him. So this guy is pretty much big now. When I met him, he was young. Really young. He's older now. Big time older now. The guy's got to be at least in his 50s. Alright, what's going on over here? Oh man, they missed out a big time rock concert. Like that, everything's blocked off. The whole street's being worked on or something like that, man. What's going on over here by the observatory? So the whole area is blocked off, dude. This is kind of funny. Oh yeah, you can't go up in there. Oh, is there construction going on over there? At the observatory? What is happening? Are they tearing it down or something? Oh, they must have had some big kind of festival or something like that. Oh yeah, they must have had something really going on today, man. Outside here. Oh, this is that underground dance party they had. Crazy. But anyways, going back to that subject of talking about Mr. Blue. He was an artist big time, man, that was out there. And he knew what he was talking about, seriously. For hood-wise and also street-wise, big time. And he can tell you some really bad things, you know. And if you listen to his songs really good and get into it, the guy talks a lot about God and talks a lot about things that have happened to him, really bad. Believe me, man, it ain't nothing like you're thinking about. These streets right here, definitely, man. If they could talk, they would tell you something very, very scary, bro. They see it before we do. And so does the guy below. So, you know, thank God for everything you have. Just get a chance to try to think about what's really going on in the world, man. Because, like, the stuff that's getting created nowadays, we don't know what's going to go on. These robots out here, man, that are coming up, and AI and all that, and people are are talking about, and people are seeing robots, AI robots, and stuff like that. I mean, you can tell that robots. That's a trained, certain thing right there. They can train them. So I don't know if that's completely true about people buying these robots and doing stuff like that, but I've seen some stuff on YouTube and people talking about these AI robots going to take over the world, and some real live ones like that too. And like, they're like downtown LA, some of them, and some of them are out here in North County. I haven't even seen one yet, but people said that like some of them had appeared out here in this area. Yeah, wow, we got a bright light on that bike. Gee. That's a light right there that could blind somebody on me. He's like, oh yeah, I know. Gee, that thing's bright, dude. That's a small light. I think it's bright as can be. Take that to your head and just listen off that lyric right there. And this, I don't know if you can understand that lyric, that whole lyric right there that he wrote out inside of music. If these streets could talk to you, what would they say, man? Believe that. I think they would see really scary stories, but stories you don't want to hear. Trust me, man. If you lived on the streets and gone through what these streets have gone through already, or any streets out there that you can think of, they've seen terror, they've seen horror, they've seen you name it, man, comedy, whatever. Yeah. That's the true thing, man. It kind of reminds me of this movie I seen years ago, and it was a true thing inside the movie too. They said, you know what? These people are called observers. These are the observers of the world, man, and they see everything that goes on while they are awake, doing their job, observing. And if you know what observe means, observe watching, it goes on. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. After I looked up that word, and I knew what it meant even before I looked it up. But I was like, okay, let me see the true meaning of this word. Believe me, a person that is an observer sees a lot of things too, man. So these streets right here have observed everything that's happened to everyone's life, bro. Seriously. They've watched and seen everything that's happened to everyone's life out here on these streets. And so as a guy below, he knows everything is true and everything that's been, and he can tell you, man, you know. He can tell you straight out. And the second person that can tell you, well, if it was a person, they can tell you, is these streets right here that you're walking out, that you're going out in. This world that you're going out in, if it definitely can just be like a person that can talk to you. hear some terrible things, and you're going to hear maybe a little bit of good things. Not a lot. Not a lot of good things. You may think it's going to be a lot of good things, but no. They can tell you over the place to work it out. We're way over the place to work the streets. But that's a strong man. My homeboy can tell you that. When I first met him, he told me straight out, man, you know what, I believe in you as a music artist, as a manager, and as a friend. You know, but here's the thing. I seriously need to make this money however I can by selling my CDs and selling my voice. Because this is all I know. Music in the streets. He told me straight out, jobs have hired me and let me go so many times. And I can't believe nothing else but my music and try to make it big. And nowadays he's a really big artist, really popular, but pretty much underground. And he's from the area of Santa Ana. So there is a couple other people out there that have the same exact name as his, but ain't the same person I'm talking about. It's a true old thing too. So this Mr. Blue, I know him for like a long time. His old head. I'm talking a big old head. And there's a lot of other like homies that used to hang out with him that are from Santa Ana. And some people don't even know exactly who this person is unless you actually said, no, this is the Mr. Blue I'm talking about. A lot of people will tell you, oh yeah, I do know him, but it's not the same blue Mr. Blue I was talking about. So another thing against that is it's not the real true I am talking about. The real true Mr. Blue, believe me, he knows a lot about Orange County too. And nowadays, I don't even know what he said. So, I mean, there's a big story